Sappy! You look at the camera. Hannah, are you traumatized after pole work? Have you taken the snow off of your hat from when you went in the sky?
It's still drying off.
It's still drying off. But look, she's back for more, so it can't have been that bad. She keeps getting back on him for some reason. None of us know why. She loves him. Do we know why? No, not a clue.
Hello everyone! Oh Lego, you're so beautiful. Look at his little beautiful face. Today's is a very, very exciting vlog. Well, it is for me. It might not be for you. You might find it boring. Because what I'm doing today is riding my first ever official Into One. That's right, it's an official one. I know I've done a music, and that's different because it's my floor plan. And I have gone to Western Lawns and he did really well there in the Into One, but that was actually an unaffiliated event, so nothing went on my record, meaning that this time it's an official Into One, starting to collect our points to hopefully go to the Pet Plan area festivals at Into One level. Yeah, so this is like the first one that's actually going to go on his record. We need to get 60% to get a qualifying score to go towards our records. So yeah, even though it doesn't sound like an absolutely massive score, 60% Into One is like, you know, it's like a couple levels below Grand Prix now. We're getting pretty high up in the ladder. So that's what we're up to today. But first, I'm gonna ride Sappy. Super Sappy. My little gremlin is mommy little gremlin. Susu. Yeah, everybody loves you. Everybody loves the puppy. Yes. Another day in the orange. Pumpkin.
What if that made him naughty?
Well, I'll wait to find out.
Oh dear. Maybe Sappy can wait till after Sunny's been in the school. You know, influential as a young horse and all that malarkey. So Sunny, you're gonna have to be on your own for a minute. Oh, I would have loved to spend some time with baby Sappy. Come on, Sappy, it's your turn. I still lunge her first because she's still just being broken. Come on, let's go. She's like, no, let's go, baby.
Good.
Does she stand better than most adult horses?
Yes. What a good girl.
Groundwork for you.
Yes. Come on. Mom with the back to why she's like straight up. Come on. Go. Yeah. I'm back to her to stop walking circles. I thought I can just turn, but I can't. Can I? I've got to keep with you that little bit.
Right, now it's just time to get Leggy platted up and ready, and then we can go and head over to King's. I forgot to mention I'm not until 6 o'clock tonight, hence why I've had plenty time on the yard. What? No! What is this weather? You can't see it really. Look at the floor. Boo! No, sad ponies. That's cute.
We have arrived at King's Equestrian. Well, we actually arrived quite early because we were early at home, so we just thought we'd get here. We're actually going to go in a bit early as well because there's been a lot of withdrawals, and I'm putting it down to it's wet and freezing cold. The clocks went back like 2 days ago, and it's like it was officially winter as soon as the bloody clocks went back. So that's what we're going to do. Beans is here. Toby's here, Pat's here. We're gonna do our first into one. All I need is 60%, so bear that in mind. I'm gonna get dressed now, pack him up, yeah, and then we'll get going. Hopefully not catch hypothermia in the process. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I'm all dressed, but it's like we're layered up. Layered up, layered up. guys, so shall we have a quick chat about Leggy's test? So this is actually a few days after I competed. Basically the weather just got worse and worse. The rain turned into hail and it was vile, so we just wanted to get him home and get him sorted out, which we did do. Anyway, you need to know how he did. So first of all, there is none of the warm-up filmed for you, and that is because, again, the weather was just awful. There was no way Pat could have filmed it on my camera because it was torrential. After about 6 minutes in the warm-up, I decided to call it a day because we wasn't getting very far. It was like coming at his face and he just absolutely hated it. As you can imagine, it was so cold. He was getting worse and worse as the weather was getting worse. So I actually decided to give up warming him up because it wasn't helping, and I was actually going to put him back on the lorry, but because so many people had actually withdrew, there was only now one person in before me. So I said, you know what, as soon as she's done, I'm just gonna go in. So I managed to walk him to like a little sheltered area where we waited, and then I took him straight into the arena to do his first into one. Now bearing in mind, the most I have done at this point is like trotted around a few circles. I did manage to have a canter, but I didn't get to do any of the tricks. I attempted to do some of the flying changes and it was just impossible. It was no good at all because he just, you know, he just didn't want to do it. So I didn't feel super confident going in there because obviously I never had a chance to warm up, and normally I like to practice the tricks at least once just so I know they're like fresh in our minds. However, we do work okay under pressure, so I got in there and thought, well, what have we got to lose? I was desperate to get my 60% still, but you know what, it's just like I say, the conditions weren't great, so I was like, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It hasn't been a wasted journey because this is all good for our experience anyway. So I got him around the test. I did make a mistake in my threes, but apart from that, oh, and the pirouettes were a little bit quick, but again, I never had a chance to collect him. The biggest thing for me and Leggy is if I don't establish my half halts, which I didn't establish because obviously we never warmed up, so my half halt wasn't very good, meaning that the more collective stuff like the changes and the pirouettes became harder. I did get all my twos mined, so that I was really happy with. Anyway, Leggy actually got 63%, which I was absolutely ecstatic with and over the moon because there's still so much that we can improve on. And if you follow the journey for a long time, you'll know that actually, you know, we always score around about that in the pre-St. George. So to get that in the into one without any practice, I was very, very happy with. So I think there's more to come from us yet. I think we can do better than this. So yeah, very exciting. Anyway, so I really hope you enjoyed the video. Our first qualification score towards the Aero Festivals is in the bag. That was our first into one done. I'm actually going next week to Starport also, so that'll be super fun. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please, if you enjoyed the videos, why not give it a like and subscribe?